All right, so Joe Rogan is coming out saying that Conor McGregor is by far the biggest draw in the UFC, which we all know. That's no surprise. But he said the issue is that there's not even a clear number 2. There's no number 2. And I read that and I was like, yeah, that's true. That's true. But this is where the real issue lies. So before I get into what the issue is and how the UFC can fix it, this is what I have to say. I have to say Demetrius Johnson, not a star. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, I like her. I love her. She's not a star. 125 women. No title holder yet. Not a star there. 125 Demetrius. Then we have Cody Garbrandt, 135. Not a star. We have Max Holloway, 145. Not a star. When I say not a star, I'm talking about they're not a draw either. No drawing power. 145, 155. We have Mystic Mac. He's already the fucking god of MMA right now. Tyron Woodley, not a draw. Michael Bisping, not a draw. John Jones, DC, 205. Not a draw. Stipe, not a fucking draw. Did I leave anybody out? Amanda Nunes, not a draw. No disrespect to her fighting ability. I don't mean to mention her last. I like Amanda Nunes fighting 100%. Now, this is the issue, though. I'm sure the UFC's overhead includes shit like a marketing department, the commercials, the promos, the advertisements. The UFC needs to come clean with the fans. The UFC needs to show the fans that they care about us on a regular basis. Not on an annual basis. Not when it's the last fight card of the year, December 29th, 30th, 31st, or January 1st. Not the last card of the year, and not the summer card and during International Fight Weekend only. Don't give us one big fight card annually or semi-annually. At the bare minimum, give us stacked fight cards every 3 months. That's not too much to ask for when we're paying our pay-per-view money. That's not much to ask for. 3, 6, 9, 12, 4 absolutely stacked fight cards should be reasonable. Now, what about all the fight cards in between that? Put the stars that we care about on FS1. Quit giving us shitty fight cards on FS1 and Big Fox. You need to put people like Donald Cerrone on free TV. You need to put people like Max Holloway on free TV. He's not worthy of pay-per-view in my opinion, based on we're talking about draws right now. Put Joanna Jędrzejczyk on free pay-per-view on free TV. Put Amanda Nunes on free TV. Put Tyron Woodley definitely on free TV. He's not worthy of my pay-per-view dollars. The UFC could fix the issue of not doing big numbers on a regular basis. You know, sometimes the UFC gives us these fight cards that are stacked with names, and we get tricked. Some people get tricked. I don't get tricked. Because I'm like, oh, I don't really give a fuck about that fight card. I recognize the names, but I don't give a shit. The thing is, if you gave us 4 stacked fight cards a year minimum, and then you talk about a John Jones fight, then you talk about a Conor McGregor fight, then you talk about Stipe breaking a heavyweight title record for defenses outside of those 4 fight cards, and then you put those guys on shitty fight cards, but we know that it's a special fight, I'm okay with that. Then I'm okay with that. But Joe Rogan to say that Conor McGregor is the biggest star, I mean, we all fucking know that shit. Ronda's gone. Who gives a fuck? Ronda was never the baddest bitch on the planet. That was always Joanna. She's always the baddest on the planet in women. Ronda had the commercial look that took over. You know, when Ronda has her glam team and she has her hair done, she has her makeup done, she's wearing a skin tight dress. Hey, I fuck with Ronda at that point. I'm like, I'm not mad at this. I like this a little bit. I like this. You know, but outside of that, I mean, she was just a hybrid inside of her division, man. She was able to get and secure the armbar multiple times at a very impressionable part of MMA, man. It was a weird time in MMA before Ronda. It was all men. It was all it was Strikeforce really doing her thing with top tier women MMA fighting. Scott Coker was putting on some great matches. And Ronda Rousey was a fucking outlier at that moment, and she seized the moment. Nothing but respect to her. Good for her. But all these guys right now trying, Tony Ferguson trying, Kevin Lee trying, Demetrius Johnson, you know, semi-trying. I like the fact that Kevin Lee is talking trash, but he's gonna have to be able to back that shit up against Tony Ferguson. Nate Diaz, he refuses to stay active and build his name and brand, so of course it's only gonna be Conor McGregor. The UFC could have backed up a truckload of money to Nate Diaz to make him take a fight, but they're penny pinching all that shit right when Nate Diaz was at his highest, and then Nate Diaz doesn't want a chance losing because he knows that he won't get the Conor McGregor fight. So everybody's responsible for what happens to themselves in their own fucking career. I can't feel sorry. I think right now it's safe to say John Jones is the second biggest star. It's probably safe to say that Nate Diaz is the third biggest star, but is Nate Diaz a big star without Conor? Everybody wants to just say yeah and give him that pass, but the motherfucker's scared to prove it. I don't know what else to say. Man, fuck it. It is what it is. So let me know what you think in the comments.